Get out my way.
Okay, what unit?
I don't need to say that information. So excuse me, ma'am.
I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, you can be uncomfortable. That's your discretion. You're uncomfortable because you're you. I need you to move out my way, please.
No.
Ma'am, please stop touching me.
I'm not touching you.
You just was previously. Before.
I'm not touching you at all.
So I'm going to step in.
I'm not touching you, and I'm not in any way doing anything outside of letting my dog go to the bathroom.
Okay, and I live here and you're blocking the door.
What unit?
I don't need to tell you that. What unit?
You know what, Brandon?
I think I know what you're going to say.
White people need to mind their motherfucking business. This is Antoinette, that bitch. It's Brandon. It's Brandon time. And we're here for another black date. A very special black date.
Very, very, very special black date.
Where we're telling white people to mind their motherfucking business. As you saw in the clip, that is your girl, Apartment Patty.
Apartment Patty acting up.
Not because we like calling people funny little names, but we just do not acknowledge white people on this show who are being disrespectful to black people.
I actually
Straight the fuck up.
like making fun of people's names, but I think Apartment Patty is perfectly petty, so I love it, okay?
Perfectly petty. So, we saw there our girl, Patty, disrespecting our man, Mr. Tolls.
Darian.
I don't want to call him Darian or Darian.
His name is his name.
His name is his name.
But I will say shout out to you, sir.
You held it all the way down.
You just took all of the energy and you just held it down. Because I was like, throw that elbow in her face.
At some
People
point.
elbow her.
At some point, I sat there. I looked at Brandon and was like, what? I just was like, he had the patience of a lion.
Saint.
Oh my God!
All the saints.
He was like waiting. He wasn't gonna go kill that one. Cause me, I would have mushed her whole entire face and head into somebody's brick wall because I would not have had that whatsoever. So basically, in St. Louis, our girl Patty was blocking our guy, Mr. Tolls, from going into his apartment building.
Followed him up to his front door and then tried to introduce herself.
And then tried to play it off as if all she wanted to do was introduce herself as a new neighbor. Thank God this bitch got fired. Fired.
You lost your job. And that's what happens in 2018.
There has to be some accountability for people acting completely ridiculous as it pertains to black people. I'm more afraid of a white person on the street than I am of one of my black brothers and sisters. Okay? You don't see me going to call the fucking cops because some white lady is looking weird at me at a store because I'm with my daughter who maybe looks a little like it.
I'm not going to call a cop on you for your whiteness. Don't call a cop on me for my blackness. Can I live? Can I just be? Can we move on to who's next, girl?
No. I want to ask you something. Go ahead. It's regarding Apartment Patty. So as I was reading some articles about her, she actually has, she's separated from a husband who just so happens to be biracial, multicultural. He's got a black dad and a white mom, or vice versa, whatever the deal is. But one of them is black. What do you think about that?
I think it speaks to the fetishization of black culture and black people. You know, there's this idea that, you know, I see this black man and I'm super enlightened, and for some people it's just a conquest, and obviously I believe in interracial marriage, interracial love, but you have to accept all the things that come with that, including pre-existing biases. You know what I mean? Like, you have to deal with the fact that you feel a certain type of way when you see a black person enter the elevator or enter your building. And I'm not judging you for it, but if you don't hold yourself accountable, who will? I will, she will, and so I'm sure somebody else will, and somebody's holding Patty accountable, and that's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah, she ain't got Let's move on to childcare Charlotte down in Marietta, Georgia.
Because being black is a crime.
So our guy Corey Lewis, who has a more pronounceable name for me, he was babysitting two kids of his friend, who one of the kids is a part of his mentor program, after school mentorship that he has, and some woman at the Walmart, he took them for dinner at the Subways at the Walmart, and some woman felt like something was off. that this man had kidnapped these kids. He kidnapped these kids.
Followed them from where? From the Walmart to the gas station.
Then to his house.
But
she was so concerned that she didn't even stick around when the police came.
Do you have a quick clip of that? Do you have a clip?
I have a clip.
Show a quick clip. Show a quick clip.
I got a clip.
You gotta check it out real quick.
You're at home. Mind if I talk to him?
That's crazy.
I know, but mind if I do?
I mean, why? To fulfill her?
No, it's just something like we. Technically, at this point in time, it's like a code for it, which is like an okay check, just to make sure everything's all right. Hey, can y'all step out?
Oh, they gotta step out?
Yeah, I just want to talk to him.
Please explain to the officer who Mr. Lewis is. Please.
Radio 1314 Mr.
Yeah. And he's babysitting us.
Okay.
And he took us to Ketchia, and then to use the subway for dinner. And then this lady started following us.
So, wait, right.
That's that shit.
Okay, that's that shit. I really need. Listen, okay, hold on. I think you and I can both agree that if something's happening and like it's a real emergency, you should definitely call the cops.
See something, say something.
Call the cops. We get that. But you, as a person, especially as a white person, right? If you see a person of color doing something, you need to ask yourself, if that was a white person, would I be calling the cops? If the answer is no, you wouldn't be calling the cops. First of all, one, it means you're probably a racist, right?
Exactly.
With some pre-existing biases, right?
Exactly.
And secondly, you shouldn't call the cops and you should mind your fucking business.
Mind your business.
Real simple. That's all you gotta do. Quick segue though. Thank God in 2018 for our phones and our little cameras. Thank God.
We've been telling y'all.
For cell phone cameras.
Mobile Justice app.
Get the Mobile Justice app. And this is cell phone cameras. That's the response to all the people who have to say, oh, are you sure you weren't imagining it? Are you sure it's not just in your head? No. Here's video evidence
of this woman following me. Here's video evidence of this person stopping me from going into my home.
Here's this video of this person saying I sexually assaulted them when I didn't. Mind your business.
White people, please just mind your motherfucking business.
And it's okay for me to say this because I have white friends.
Me too, bitch.
Mind your own business.